dating can be so frustrating. We could be talking to multiple guys and guess what? End up with no one at the end. Some guys are just not capable of taking the lead of just being like, let's go out, let's do something. Instead, they'd rather just be like, oh, I'll see you there, because they know you're part of this organization or you're part of like this group or whatever that you go on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis. Like, what happened to real men courting women? Like, I want that man. Like, I want my husband to be capable of saying, hey, I want to take you out. Let's go this day. If I say I can't make it that day, be like, okay, what about that day? There's always a way around it, and we can always communicate to make sure to make things happen. And nowadays, guys, if they hear we can't, I'm busy, but like, how about another time? And for them, it's over. Like, it's just like, okay, I'll see you around. Like, what is this?
Why does dating suck in this era? The answer is men. Men are the reason that dating sucks. Oh, but you can't say that. Well, there's always, of course, there are exceptions, but overwhelmingly, and statistics back this up, men are the reason that relationships and dating suck. Not only do they no longer want to pursue women, they only want her if she doesn't want him back. As soon as she shows any type of interest, as soon as she lets her walls down, as soon as she lets him get to know her, he loses interest. As soon as she expresses how much she likes him, he's like, I don't like you that much anymore. I know a lot of single women can agree that this happens so frequently. I've seen videos about how we'll be dating someone that pursued us, initiated contact with us, and they'll do everything that we want as far as pursuing. They'll take us out, they'll be a gentleman, they will say the right thing. And then as soon as you start to like them back and show the tiniest ounce of interest, they're like, oh, I'm just really busy. It's sick. They only want the chase. And yes, I know there's going to be men in the comments disagreeing with me, calling me all sorts of names, saying that I need to choose better men. But here's the thing. Choosing better men looks like not choosing men at all, being single, not having kids, not getting married. And that's also a problem for men. So what we're not going to do is sit here and tell women to choose better men when men need to be better men. The last 4 or 5 guys that I have gone on a date with and have actually liked and continue to talk to after the date, regardless of if we ever slept together or not, it always starts and ends the same way. It starts with them showing a lot of interest, love bombing me, wanting to plan something ASAP, taking me out, buttering me up. The date goes well. They want to see me again. I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm gorgeous. I'm so much fun to be around. And then I'm like, okay, like things might actually be going well. I'm not going to have too many expectations, but let's just see what happens. And then all of a sudden, they randomly just like stop talking to you. They go from texting you all day, every day. When can I see you again? To, oh, well, I'm just really busy with work, or I just have a lot on my plate right now. And then you're like, okay, like I get it. Just can you let me know instead of like not talking to me for 2 days? Because in my mind, if you're not talking to me for 2 days, that means you've ghosted me or you died. Communication, just being like, hey, I have a really busy day going on. Can I talk to you later? That's literally all it takes. Or you can be like, hey, I don't think we're a good match. You're a cool person, but I just don't think I see a future with us. I would rather that than you just ghosting me. This has happened to me over and over and over again. And men always say that they're like afraid of rejection, right? But I just saw a video talking about how at least men don't get rejected once you've already let your guard down and started to work towards a relationship. That's what happens to women. They act like they're interested in us. They tell us all the things we want to hear. They might even do all the things that we're looking for. And then like that, they switch it up. They slowly just pull away. And then they always hit us with, I'm just really busy right now. It never fails to amaze me how unoriginal men are. Again, this is not about choosing better men. Men are doing this on such a large scale that thousands of women or more know exactly what I'm talking about because we're all dealing with the same shit. This is why we say hetero relationships typically only work out when the man likes the woman a little bit more than she likes him. When it's the other way around, it never works. When we say that we want men who yearn, we mean consistently. We mean for the whole relationship, not just in the beginning. If you're just gonna pull back as soon as I'm like, oh my God, I like you too, what the fuck is the point? Don't bother me in the first place.
What I didn't hear was the timeline of you being pursued. It's like, well, we'll finally let our walls down, or we'll finally allow them, kind of give you an opportunity to prove yourself. How long did it take him to get that opportunity to prove themselves. Number one. Number two, let's say somebody, and I've seen this, I actually have seen this multiple times. You know, people are saying, man, I want to go to work at Meta. I want to go to work at Facebook or Netflix, Microsoft. And then you see them 6 months in complaining about how terrible it is, about how toxic the culture is, about how hard the job is. You can never do anything right. You're always on edge about if I'm going to lose my job. You have to be cutthroat, selling out the other person. It's like, man, that's not really an environment that I want to be in. I'm not looking to do that at my job. I understand that you got to get out there and you got to hustle, but working at these types of companies, you got to be a flat out dog. And I don't think I have it in me. That's what they start to say. So maybe, just maybe, they get to knowing you and get to dating you and they realize, oh, I got to be a dog. I got to be somebody that doesn't really care about my morals and my convictions, just whatever I need to do in order to get with her. Like whatever I need to do to make her happy, regardless of if my family is happy, regardless of if I have kids, if my kids are happy, regardless if my community is proud of me, sell out everything to make her happy, regardless of whose toes I step on, regardless of who I do dirty, who I do bad. It don't matter. I need to please her at all costs. If mama ain't happy.
Honestly, I'm really tired of dudes trying to use their trauma as an excuse to why that they don't want to dive head first into pursuing another woman. Dude, you reached out to me. I didn't reach out to you. You pursued me. I didn't pursue you. So with you pursuing me, you need to have a plan. Is it going to lead to us meeting in person and us getting to know each other in person? Cause that's how you feel people's energy out. Or is you going to be one of them niggas that stall bitches because of your trauma? That has nothing to do with me. That's not my problem. I don't understand why you would try to make that my problem. I'm not no green ass bitch. So I don't give a fuck about Lizzie that broke your heart a couple years ago. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about that bitch. Or the fact that you haven't even healed from that shit yet. The fuck that gotta do with me? That's not my problem. If you want to step to me, step correct, nigga. Court me like how your granddaddy courted your grandmother, bitch. That's it. Simple. Alopecia's at 6 on a Saturday. That's how you do it, baby. That's how you get to know me. You can get to know me through a conversation over dinner. You can get to know me through a conversation at the bowling alley or freaking at the arcades, bitch. You can figure out if I'm not for you in one date, bitch. In one conversation. You can figure that out. You're not finna drag me, bitch, along until you decide, like, bitch, who the fuck you think I am? Don't disrespect me, because I'm gonna think you trying to disrespect me. And I don't know what you might get from me. Like, I don't know why dudes do that. And if a dude want to come in the comments and try to justify the bullshit, please do. I want to hear the bullshit. Let us women hear the bullshit that comes out your mouth, please.
Well, because I usually court women and I usually date women, I'm not sure how to approach this situation because you're acting like a dude.
All right, ladies, let's talk about why men do not court anymore. Let's go. The reality is that modern feminism in a lot of ways had us as women take a gamble and we lost. We took the bait that being sexually promiscuous and having no standards and no self-respect was cool and in. We decided that we would give men access to our bodies and our time and our energy without them having to put in any effort. We have allowed men to do the bare minimum for so long, and we still give them benefits that they don't deserve. And so now men are following suit, and we are confused as to why this is happening. It's okay to want a man to lead and to court you, but you have to understand that we collectively as women set the tone. So if the tone of the dating market is that all women are easy now and that men can pretty much get whatever they want and do whatever they want and still get access to us, then that's what the majority of men are going to do. There are plenty of men who are good men who love women and respect women and honor women. But even those men, if they are single and there are women out there that are throwing it at them, they're going to catch it. So just ask yourself, what kind of woman are you? And are you contributing to the problem? Are you the kind of woman who is allowing men to be low vibrational and contributing to this idea that all women have low standards and that men can do the bare minimum and get away with it? Or are you a woman who's leading by example and challenging other women around you to do the same by operating from a place of self-dignity, self-respect, values, standards, strong boundaries, a woman who knows her worth? Before we start whining and complaining about what they aren't doing, let's take a look at what it is that we are doing.
Stop courting women because they got tired of no responses or being ghosted or being used for money. Men stopped courting women because they got tired of all the excuses, all of the games, and the lack of effort in return. Men stopped courting women when women decided that they had to have 10 people on the roster. Men got tired of courting women when the effort wasn't matched and it wasn't reciprocated. Men stopped courting women when women's expectations got too high and it was never good enough, and women expected a Disneyland movie fairy tale every single day. And even when he gave her everything every single day, she still decided to bitch about the trash. It's being undervalued. It's being the placeholder until the next guy that's more attractive shows up, and maybe a little bit more of an edgy guy. I got tired of courting women when women decided that a bear was better than a human being. It's men being told constantly and conditioned that they are less valuable, that anything they say will be used against them, and that nothing they say ever matters. So they gave up. Men have been treated for the last decade that no matter what they say or what they do is never going to be good enough, so they stopped courting women. But most importantly, they don't want to be put in your friend zone, and they don't want to be told that I would love to have a guy just like you, just not you. Okay, bye.
When a man courts you, he impresses you. He shows you what he can do. He's trying to make sure you understand that he is going to be a good long-term possible partner, boyfriend, husband, whatever. And that is his time to prove himself to you, not your time to prove yourself to them. Okay? Instead of using the word dating, use the word courting. They are there to court you, not to take you out for food 3 times and then roll around on the mattress with you. They're supposed to be trying to impress you, do the most, so that they can have a chance to be in your presence longer and to invest in you even further. If not, you're just an object that they're looking to roll around on the mattress with, and they don't even like you. They're feeding you, getting you fed up for slaughter. Think about that. You're literally getting fed to be slaughtered on a mattress, baby. So you're treating yourself like an animal, lower level minds. You need to level up your thinking and treat yourself like a queen, a goddess, someone that deserves to be courted and invested in heavily. Because how you treat yourself is how men will treat you. Y'all treating yourselves like turkeys up for the slaughter? That's what they're going to treat you like. Y'all treat yourselves like that. Okay? Do better.
And what she's really not saying is, y'all sell yourselves as commodities. When you say, well, my makeup costs this, so I need at least this, then that turns the switch on in a man's mind, or it turns the switch off, or whatever direction. It turns a switch in his mind, and he's like, huh. So this is the type of person that we're dealing with. Okay. I know how to. I know that. I know how to handle this. I know how to deal with this. And you essentially do put yourself up as something to be purchased. Well, I'm a prize. Okay. Once again, you're putting yourself up to be purchased instead of acting like a normal human being. I'm here to get to know him. He's here to get to know me. And he bought dinner. Hey, man, I appreciate that. No, it's no problem. Appreciate you coming out, having a good conversation with me. I had a great time. Let's do it again sometime. Sure. I mean, what do you think we do? I mean, are you free Friday? Yeah. I mean, I'm free Friday. Shoot. Okay. Well, you want me to walk you to your car? Yeah. I mean, sure. Why not? Y'all might be walking to the car, and he says, all right, call me when you get home. He said, okay, you too. All right. And just let me know. He's like, so what are you going to be doing later on? Well, I mean, I'm probably going to, walk around a little bit, walk this food off. I might, go get a drink afterwards and just kind of chill out. Oh, well, I ain't got to go home right now. I mean, I need to walk the food off too. So I guess I can walk with you. I love to walk. I love to walk. I mean, let's walk. And it gives you, so you become flexible, and it gives you the ability to, talk with each other, but it happened because you weren't putting a price tag on yourself. Now, obviously, you should know when people are wasting your time, and wasting your time, might mean it. I think it depends on the conversation, to be honest with you. If the man takes you out to coffee, now let's say it like this. If he takes you out to Starbucks and you can't hear anything, then it's kind of like, we can't hear each other talk. But say he takes you to Starbucks when it's less busy, it's cool out, it's nice out. They got like a little thing outside, table set outside. You sit underneath the umbrella early in the evening, or maybe late at night. Well, late at night for Starbucks will probably be like 7:30, so not late at night. So you sit out there, you talk, you just sip on your coffee. Hey man, you want to share an appetizer or something like that? Oh yeah, we can. And you go get whatever you need to, come back out and just keep on talking. Y'all might stay there till 10 o'clock. Them Starbucks workers, them been cleaned up. They walk into their car. Y'all have a good night. All right. And well, they probably at that point in time gonna make you leave because they need to clean the tables and put all that stuff up. But the point is, you'll be able to, okay, well, let's move out the way, and y'all might walk down the sidewalk and just sit around and talk. Hey, you want to go for a drive? Yeah. Can you bring me back to my car? Yeah, for sure. Why not? Or if you took an Uber, depending on how you feel, y'all just take a drive. Hey, can you take me to my house? All right. Yeah, no problem. There's multiple ways it could go because you're not putting a price tag on yourself. I'm not saying we got to go to a steakhouse. I'm just here trying to get to know who you are. I'm thinking of a guy who said he met his wife at a park, saw her, thought she was cute, came back around maybe like a month or two later and started trying to talk to her, and it just worked from there. There's a plethora of different ways that you can meet your person, whether it be through the dating app, through chance, through church, the gas station. It don't matter. It just depends on how they approach you. It depends on how you might be getting gas. Y'all might be passing each other, and he says, "Excuse me, miss. I am so sorry. This is probably one of your worst nightmares. You probably get so much of this attention, but I've never seen you in the area before. Well, of course I would. I mean, why would I? But the point is, I had to say something. I think you're beautiful. I like your shoes, and I like your fit. You're looking great, and I just wanted to see if maybe I can, exchange information with you and maybe get to know you. My name is Tim, by the way. Hey, Tim, how's it going? My name is Keisha. Nice to meet you, Keisha. Yeah, I know you probably got to go. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but if you give me a chance, if you allow me, I would like to get to know you, maybe text you sometime, maybe call you, take you out on a date, your call, but I would like the opportunity. Y'all think modern women's minds are so limited in the way that they think about things. And so they're thinking a man has got to approach me like this. He's got to do this. He's got to take me here. He's got to be dressed in this. No, he doesn't. He just has to approach you with respect, with common human decency, and express interest to you. That's all. And if, oh man, I like what this guy's putting down. Okay, cool. But too many times, like she's saying, y'all be trying to make the man prove himself. No, ma'am. The man don't know you. You don't know him. If the man approaches you respectfully and you are attracted to the guy, right? Relatively, not this stupid stuff, but you say, oh, he's kind of cute and he looks like he's relatively put together. Okay, let's see what you got. All right, well, I was thinking, I like to go to my favorite place. I was thinking, some hole in the wall shack. All right, let's go. As long as you're not putting me in danger, I'm good with it. As long as, hey, let's go over it. As long as you're not doing that, I'm good with it. But too many times modern women think that, oh, well, if he don't give me this, then he's not a good person. And then they be saying that same thing over and over again. Christmas come, Thanksgiving come, Valentine's Day come, Mother's Day come. For some of you ladies who have kids, it come and go, come and go, come and go. And you don't have that special someone in your life giving you that attention that you want. And you get mad at the world. You over in pastor's office, sobbing in First Lady's arms. And you done it to yourself. You done it to yourself. Be good church goers. Be good church goers. Be in there faithfully, giving tithes, supporting events, but still single. And you don't want to be. Crying out to God in the midnight hour and don't want to be. Passing these men up for no reason.
If men and women are now equal, why do men still have to court women?
They don't have to. What do you mean? Like
texting them, chasing them, texting them a bunch of times, setting up dates, opening doors, texting them goodnight and all that.
I feel like that's just the gentleman thing to do.
But gentleman stuff only applies to back in the day when men provided for women, because women had to depend on men. But now that we're equal, there's no point of being a gentleman.
I mean, I can see your point. I can see where you stand. But I think that in just how a relationship works, it should go both ways. Like, you should treat each other like you're equals, treat each other like you're both royalty. Like I treat him every once in a while, he treats me every once in a while. It's just how it works. Like, I feel like there's no, like, chasing can go both ways. I feel like you both want to equally want to be in a relationship, and you both have to be kind of the same person and see the same views. Because if not, then like you said, like, some people think like, oh, like, why do I still have to be a gentleman? But when it's important, it is important. If you really want a woman that will kind of be there for you and kind of like see what you want to see and have the same opinions, I think it's important to still be a gentleman and still like keep up like that whole thing throughout the relationship.
Okay, y'all. So recently I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and she was basically saying how like men don't buy flowers anymore, men don't take women on dates anymore, men don't open doors and pull out chairs anymore and stuff like that. And it kind of turned into us getting into like a debate, because I let her know like, yes, they do. For the girl they actually want though. Like, and I know some girls be thinking like, oh, I'm so fine, my body's so T, I look so good, I this and that, so there's no possible way he cannot like me for real. But the truth of the matter is, if he's not doing all the things to court you the way that you're supposed to be courted, that you know you're supposed to be courted, he's just not that into you. And I know it may be hard to believe, like you're just this fine young thing, this fine young tenderoni, so you like, ain't no way he can't like me. But the truth of the matter is, when a man really wants you, he gonna come get you, sis, or brother, whatever, whichever one this message is supposed to be for, sister or brother. When a man really wants you, he gonna come get you, and he gonna do whatever to come get you. Okay, you're not gonna have to be begging and pleading for dates. You're not gonna have to be double texting. You're not gonna have to be doing anything extra, because it's gonna come naturally. Okay, so if a man is not doing what he's supposed to do, if he's not courting you the right way, if he is not giving you the princess treatment, it's because he don't want to. If he want to, he will. He's just not that into you, sis. Like, sorry to bust your bubble, but that's just what it is.
And, her mentioning he's just not into you. And we go back to that woman maybe a few minutes ago who was in the construction looking vest, or the safety vest. And the way she was talking, the way she was looking, and then you wondering why men don't treat you with respect. You wondering why men are like, ooh, no, I don't know what that's about, but no, absolutely not. It's because the way that y'all are coming out here. Right now, obviously, there are some men that are just out there playing around. They playing around. No, you move around. You playing in my face. Move out the way. But there are legitimate men out here trying to court you, and you sound like a dude.
When you say I don't chase women, my first initial thought is, well, then go find your man. You likely aren't making plans. You aren't initiating conversation. Your text messages are really dry. What are you doing? Are you wanting the woman to chase you? Because if that's the case, then you probably aren't even into women. You're probably into men. I just don't get it when men say things like this. You probably don't text first in the morning. You don't say good morning. You don't say good night. You don't check in. Like, you want to be single. That's what you should be. If you're not pursuing a woman, then you want to be a woman. Like, this is the problem with guys nowadays. They're so fucking feminine, that they want the women to do their job. No.
Okay, so tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like our generation of men genuinely doesn't know how to court women. So I'm talking to this guy and we've been texting for a couple of days, texting consistently, calling each other, and it's getting to that time where we want to link up. And in my head, I'm thinking that he's going to suggest, a place for us to go out to eat or a place for us to hang out. And he's just like, I could just come over and smoke a little bit, watch some TV with you on the first link. Why is it that men don't know how to take women out anymore? Like, why is that just not a thing? Why do we have to ask for that? Like, it's just so annoying. And I don't know if it's just this generation.
Why don't men court women anymore? I feel like women my age, we don't experience, or we didn't experience, the courting phase. Like, women back in the day, they got to experience that. Like, you got to think about women back in the day. Those men wasn't old, but those men was stepping up. Do you hear me? They don't do that anymore. They want to take you to a hookah lounge and then take you home. Well, since when? And then after that, y'all together. Y'all date. Y'all a couple. Like, I thought we were supposed to court for a couple months to see if we even compatible. I need to see you when you mad, when you sad, when you happy. I need to see you when you broke. I need to see you when you up. I need to see different variations of you before I say you mine. Because then when we get together and I turn out to be a psycho, you looking at me like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, I've been this person. You didn't know because you got with me after a fucking month. After you took me to the hookah lounge. And we ate chicken wings.
I mean, guys don't court anymore. They don't court. Take me out to dinner. Say you're going to pick me up at a certain time. Dating should be an event.
To engage in social activities leading to engagement and marriage. Then ask the question why. Why are men not wanting to court you? Or why are men not wanting to court anymore? Instead of trying to shoot men down, instead of trying to embarrass men and talk crap. And so, hey, this ain't for y'all that don't want to get married. I don't care. Y'all that don't want to get married, move on. But if you do and you're wondering why men aren't doing this, since this seems to be such a hot topic, ask men why. And there you go. You'll find the answers. As long as you listen to understand, men will tell you why they're not interested in courting anymore. Or maybe why they don't want to court you. Because they are. There's people getting married. There's people out there courting. But that's what courting was. You were courting someone because you wanted the outcome to be marriage. And if men aren't doing that, then you have to ask why. That's all. And if you don't care why, that's cool too. Stay out of the conversation.
Men are typically expected to court women, approach women, ask them out on dates, pick them up, pay for dates, make the first move. What are women expected to do to build a relationship?
Well, I feel like a woman is where it all starts. Like, without a woman, there would be no relationship. Like, I don't know. Men don't know what they're doing without a woman. So, like, why do you think men are always chasing women? Because what are they supposed to do without us?
I mean, stereotypically, women are supposed to be these pretty little feathers that, guys can pick up and you can wine and dine and take home. So that's what they're supposed to bring to the table.
Could that possibly be a reason why so many men want sex without relationships?
Yes, absolutely.
Is it fair to assume that the women who complain men only want sex is because sex is all those women are bringing to the table?
Yes. Oh, well, I'm a woman, so I'm crazy. I can do whatever I want, and he should just bring everything, and I'm just going to sit back in my golden throne and watch what he brings to the table. Women should humble themselves and work on their character so that they have something to bring to the relationship as well.
Okay, so we're about to have a discussion. This is going to piss a lot of men off, but look, I am so tired of men coming in my DMs and coming in my comments saying, oh, you just want guys for money, blah, blah, blah. In the last 4 years, I've had one man out of 4 years of dating that has ever paid for anything. They'll usually pay for the first date, and then after that, they don't pay for anything. If we go on dates or go out to eat or anything like that, I pay. And your thing is, oh, because let me stop you here. You're dating the wrong people. Okay, these are very successful men that dress well, have nice cars, have nice houses, have nice things. So it's not like they don't have money. I also dress well, have a nice house, have a nice car, have a nice everything. I don't need men for their money. So before you're like, oh, well, you shouldn't date them if they have to pay. Why? So they're required to pay? But my point is girls aren't always looking for that. So stop talking about money and stop making it sound like men are out here courting like they used to. They don't. They don't. I think in 4 years on a date, I've probably got flowers one time. One time. I don't get anything, so it's not like it's a benefit for dating for me. I take care of myself. I do my own thing with or without a man. So stop telling me that women take from men and, oh my God, they just use them. Okay, then I'm used. I get used by men for money then, if that's the case. If that's the case, then women get used by men all the time. I buy them things, I take them places, I do those things, and they're successful men that have money. They just don't court anymore. So stop saying those comments in my comments because it makes you look foolish from somebody who's dated so many successful men that don't do that. So one man out of 4 years, every single time we went out, he paid. Every single time we did stuff, he paid. But at the end of the day, that was my legally married man. So yeah, no, we're good. Stop saying that, because when they're single and they're out there searching for their options, they don't pay for shit. They're getting the best end of the deal. They don't have to have a commitment, they don't have to do anything, and they still get paid for. So are men getting used or are women? Please enlighten me.
Well, what they're probably doing is they've had women that have done that. So once again, they're looking for effort. They're looking for, are you going to pay? Are you going to put forth any effort? Because they've done that type of stuff. That might be the case. Has anybody ever asked, just gone out and asked a question like, can I ask you a question? Yeah. Well, I'm used to like men paying. I mean, I don't mind paying. But I'm just used to, old school, traditional courting. And I'm kind of curious to know, why you don't, pay for dates. Like, I know you pay for the first date. I pay for the second date. But I feel like, I like to be courted in the traditional sense. So I feel like I would, I'm curious as to know your mindset on dating. Like, do you do things what they would call traditionally, or do you have like a modern take on dating? And sit there with an open mind and let him explain himself, and you let him talk, and you can decide at that point in time if you want to continue to date him or not, if you want to continue to see him or not. He might say, well, in the past, I've done all these things for women. I've spent my money, man. I've taken them on expensive dates, and that's all I get used for. So I'm kind of wary of doing that for women anymore. Like, I think you're a beautiful lady. I think you're nice, but you don't know who you can trust. You don't know who's going to have your best interest at heart. Oh, okay. So what can I do to make you feel like I'm really here for you? You know what I mean? I'm really here to get to know you. I'm not here to take your money. I'm not here to make you spend on an expensive date. What can I do? And let him talk again. Then, okay, well, I can get with that. If you can't get with something, if it's too much, then just say that. And that's where y'all can end it right there. You won't see each other. You finish out the day, you won't see each other again. But it's something that you can say, oh, I understand that. Okay, so if you pay for the date, do you mind if I pay for the tip? Or we can switch or whatever. You say, okay. If that man can learn to trust you, that next date, even that date right there when y'all talking, he might say, you know what, let me go ahead and reimburse you for what you did. Let me go ahead and reimburse you the money. No, you don't have to do that. I was just asking. I don't mind paying. No, let me reimburse you. Let me take care of you. And then in that second one, you made the comment about paying the tip. You get to the point to where you pay the tip because now he can trust you. You get to that point of paying the tip and you pull out your card and say, well, what are you doing? Oh, well, you remember the agreement we made. I was going to pay the tip. Well, let's hold off on that a little bit. I think I can handle it. I think I can handle it. So that's how you begin to build trust. And you really mean it. You're not messing around and trying to manipulate them. You really mean it. But then sometimes you might come back on that third or fourth date and you say, no, I got this one. I got that. Well, no. Server, waitress, waiter, I got this one. This one is on me. I'm taking care of him. That's how you build trust with a man. That's how you become a woman of your word. But a lot of men, they be telling people how they feel and don't nobody be listening. It's all about the woman. And men start to pull back when they can't get a word in or their feelings are not being heard.
A man courts a woman for marriage when these three things come true, right? And so two of them you can influence. First, he sees long-term alignment. You guys are aligned. You share a lot of values. I talk about values a lot. You have similar values. You have visions that are very much in alignment, and it's beyond chemistry. This is so important. So you can be cute. Remember, I always talk about putting yourself together. I do believe in putting yourself together, of course, because that's where the first introduction happens. That's how he'll, approach you and all those things, right? But further on, when there's real dating is happening and all those things, and you're building the relationship, before he's moving to courtship, it has to be beyond chemistry. There has to be shared values. And I think a lot of women are, hold on. It has to be more than chemistry. There has to be real compatibility, right? Because he's making a future decision. And believe it or not, most men, when they're thinking about marriage, they're not thinking about getting divorced. They're in it for a lifetime. So before he makes that decision, you better believe he is seriously vetting to make sure that there are shared values, there's shared vision, there's true compatibility, and it goes beyond chemistry. This is why, if you notice, men who are married, you might say that, oh, these are not the 10 out of 10 women, right? Like if you had a scale, right? And you'd be like, oh, these are the prettiest women, the most, sexy women and all those things. You'll notice that may not be the case. Because why? When it comes to something as serious as marriage, right? When they think about who's going to raise their daughters, who's going to raise their children, who are they going to live this life with, who, all those things, right? Chemistry is not the top priority. It's actually compatibility. Another thing men who court women are looking for is that you have standards, right? That you are also intentional. And I speak about this almost every single time. And I said, use the door method, right? And I said, filter, don't sleep with men. That's door number 10. Falling in love is door number 8. And I gave you checkpoints through the door method. If you don't know what the door method is, it's 10 doors every man must pass through so you can meet and marry the right man the first time. I say this all the time. It's a free guide in my bio. Download it, read through all the doors so you can make sure that you are taking your time and making sure that the men you are dating are unlocking the right door at the right pace. That creates safety in men. I just responded to someone that commented about like having standards and boundaries will make you seem difficult, and I'm like, absolutely not to a future husband. It might be difficult to a man that just want to get in your pants, but it is not stopping husband material, because he's expecting you to behave that way. He's expecting you to have standards. He's expecting you to be intentional. Okay? Now, this last one is this is very, everything I said is very important, but this one is very, very important. The third one, why would a man court a woman? Number 3 is you bring peace. You are peaceful. You are intentional about solving issues in a mature way, right? So emotional maturity is very important. You are respectful, right? Respect is on the top list of every man's, this is what I desire. Respect. You are able to communicate effectively, calmly, preferably, right? Yeah, we're going to get spicy. Yeah, we're going to have our attitudes and things like that. But for the most part, right? And the day-to-day, when there's literally every single, for the most part, everything is respectful. Everything is calm. Are there challenges that's going to come up? Sure. But men can tell when you're just chaotic. You know how I talk about chaos all the time? A chaotic woman, you can tell. She's not settled. She's ripping and running through. She's everywhere. So that's chaos. So when a man is reading the room and he's trying to figure out, who's going to make a future wife, and you're ripping and running through everywhere, and I'm doing this, I'm doing that, you sound chaotic. And so even though you're nice, even though you're a good catch, right, to him, and he's assessing and he's looking for a future wife, and you're all over the place, you can't communicate, it's all this and all this, it's just, that's chaos. That sounds like a good time, not a lifetime. So you want him to, what ends up happening when you are that kind of peaceful person who is emotional, mature, and can communicate, you feel like home. You feel like, he can rest his head here. Like he can relax here. It's a house that feels like home with you, right? And so that's very important. When all these things are met, you'll notice that courtship is a natural pathway, is a natural progression. He looks forward to it. He looks, especially again, when someone has found what they're looking for, the next step is courtship. He's not just gonna sit around and kick around and just waste your time. No, he's ready because the needs have been met. His needs have been met. He's assessed to see, does she possess the qualities that I'm looking for? And let me tell you something. I don't care what these people say on the internet. There are men who are intentionally looking for their future wife. What you have to make sure is that you are an intentional woman who is operating as a wife inside, not doing all these wifely duties, as a wife inside, and you're in alignment with knowing who you are as a wife, a future wife, right? To a great husband, right? And that's how, when you're meeting and you're dating and you're communicating and you're talking, the vibe is there. The connection is there. The alignment is there. The values are clear. You all are on the same page, vibrating the same frequency and the same energy. You are one with each other. And so by the time you know it, months down the line, people are like, wow, you I think I found the right person. Yeah. And then by the time you know it, you guys are engaged. And by the time you know it, you're planning a wedding.
And that's how fast it can happen. Boom, 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 boom. Just like that. Period. End of story. Because both of you, maybe you don't know it, but the man's got a checklist in his head. And sometimes, most of the time, he'll be looking at you and he'll be like, so tell me about this, this, and this. And you'll say, well, I got, I do this, this, and this. And, you just explaining to him the things you do. And he'll be like, man, that sounds good. I like that. And then y'all might have a conversation. Y'all might, do whatever you're doing, and he'll come back another day and he'll say, now you said you like this, this, and this, right? Well, yeah. All right. Well, I might have gotten a little something, just to kind of see. And he gonna give it to you, gonna present it to you, right? He's not necessarily testing you, but he wants to see what you think. I got this for you. You said you like it. What do you think? Or you said you like to go these places. What do you think? You'll be surprised at, say, for instance, you want to go to an expensive steakhouse. That man won't tell you, but that man, because you're cooperative, will work overtime. Even if you're his girlfriend, he'll work overtime because this is a good deal. People work for a good deal. If you have a house out there and they say, man, you can get in this house for $500 down, 2% APR, and you got to move. Let's see. We're telling you about this now. You got to move. You got to be able to move in a week. And it's a 4-bed, 3-bath, about 2,500 square feet. Who turning that down? If you pay, let's say $1,000 a month for about 10 years, the home is yours. It's fully paid off. Who's taking that deal? How many people are taking the deal? Most people. But what are they going to say? What's the catch? And they're going to go home, sleep on it, do their due diligence. They're going to ask around. They're going to get a lawyer friend. They're going to ask mama, daddy, auntie, uncle, friend of a friend that knows a friend about this information. And they'll be like, okay, all right. Well, I mean, from what I'm looking at, it seems pretty good. Yeah, man, I thought it was too good to be true. Man, no, you need to jump on this right now. Okay. They will come to you. They'll text you that night, sending whatever they need to do, get in touch with you. Don't move. Don't give it to nobody else. I want it. And then they'll come and go get it the next day. Outside, whatever you need me to sign. Okay. House is yours. Keys are yours. You have the keys. Can I see it? Yeah, you can see that, and all that. They will verify all that. But once all that is verified, we got to move in a week. Can somebody help me do this? I'll pay you back. They will do anything and everything to get in that house, move out of the house that they're in, and get in that house because it's a good deal. What she's talking to you about is presenting yourself as a good deal to a man. Do this, you answer that question. Oh, okay. Do this, you answer that question. Oh, interesting. And he starts taking you out on dates to listen and see how you respond. Looking in your eyes, watching your body language. Oh, okay. So she was serious about that. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. Hey, man, I got something real special for you for Valentine's Day. Let's do it over here. Oh, man, I really love that experience. And you actually genuinely love it. You got him. You got him. And what he's going to do, this brother's going to be moving in slow, he going to be moving in poet. It's going to be poetry in motion. It's going to be poetry in motion. It's only going to be natural. It's not going to be forced. Well, I like her. I like doing this, and this. So let me ask you this. What do you feel about X, Y, and Z? Well, I'm looking for this. Oh, okay. All right, let's go get the ring. You know what I mean? And if he got the money, he'll try to work something out and get what you want. Right? I'm telling you, men are very resourceful. They can get a lot of what they need. But a lot of times modern women are so combative that a man is not sure. Why are you playing with me? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Modern women today are so combative that you just don't know. You're not sure if you can trust them. I don't even know if these modern women are sure they can trust themselves. Right? So once you get started on making yourself available and cooperative to a man, a lot of times, if this man is ready to go, or if this man is not a Chad or Tyrone, you're gonna have to put the reins on him. You're gonna have to pull him back a little bit because he'll be ready to go. While you be like, well, let's slow down and get to know each other. We ain't got to rush. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And he's gonna have to continue to tell himself, no, this is a great deal because you're doing all of the right things. Like she said, you ain't got to be perfect. Sometimes you might go off a little bit. You might get a little spicy. you might get a little spicy sometimes. Everybody does it. But you can come back to center, and you show them I can come back to center. I'm sorry about that. Hey, I was having a bad day, or I did that because I just felt like you said X, Y, and Z. But that was on me. I'm sorry. That's how you maneuver in a relationship.